Good afternoon, everyone. I am Staff Rep, Union Rep, Maurice Aiton. Thank you for being here. Today, I want to talk about something that affects all of us, not just as employees, but as people who care about this institution and its future. That topic is organizational justice, how fairness is perceived, how it is practiced, and what happens when people start to feel that it's missing. Now, we all know that fairness is a big deal in any organization, but especially critical in a university setting like ours, where collaboration, trust, and shared goals are essential. Recently, a number of issues have raised concerns across different departments. Staff have been questioning the consistency of decisions, particularly when it comes to promotions and how conflicts are handled. These concerns aren't just about individual cases, they reflect deeper perceptions about how fair and transparent our systems really are. So, the question isn't whether management says fairness is a priority. It's whether we feel it's being upheld in ways that are visible, consistent, and trustworthy. Let's start with morale. When we look at promotion decisions, they send a clear signal about what the institution values. Recently, there was a case where a new hire with a first degree was promoted over long-time members of staff with years of experience. Maybe there was a good reason for that choice. We can't always know the full context, but a lack of clear communication around it has left people confused and frustrated. Shah et al. Writes, when decisions like these happen, they don't seem to follow a clear or transparent process, which can lead staff to question the system, not out of spite, mind you, but because it becomes harder to trust that merit is really what matters. Research by Lewicker backs this up. When people feel promotion systems are unclear or inconsistent, morale takes a hit, motivation drops. People wonder why they should go an extra mile if performance doesn't seem to be rewarded fairly. Next, I want to touch on institutional cohesion, how we function as one team. One thing that is noticeable in how industrial actions have been handled differently depending on the staff group. When academic staff withheld their grades, the issues were resolved quickly. In contrast, many non-academic staff are still waiting for progress on long-standing negotiation, years in fact. Now, I'm not suggesting that one group is more deserving than another, but when similar actions lead to very different outcomes, people naturally start to question the equity of the system. Are all voices heard equally? Are all contributions valued the same? Studies show that when employees feel that some groups are prioritized over others, it erodes teamwork. Departments become siloed, collaboration weakens, and trust in leadership declines. This all feeds directly into productivity. If people feel undervalued or ignored, they disengage. Serenko labels this as quiet quitting. Staff doing only the bare minimum, not out of laziness, but because they no longer feel that extra effort makes a difference. That's a serious concern. Our administrative and technical teams are essential to the university's daily operations. When staff feel sidelined or demotivated, a whole institution feels it. Through slower processes, lower service quality, and lost institutional knowledge. Additionally, Gupta et al. States increased incidences of uncivil behavior among employees are associated with low perceptions of organizational justice, which in turn have detrimental effects on their work withdrawal behaviors. Now I want to be clear. I am not here to place blame. I believe our leadership genuinely wants what's best for the university, but perceptions matter. And if staff feel that fairness is unevenly applied, even the best policies won't have the intended impact. According to Landgraf et al., fairness isn't about just ticking a box. It's about building a culture where most people trust the process, feel respected, and see a future here. Research conducted by Norman et al. Also tells us that when staff believe they are being treated fairly, they are more engaged, more collaborative, and more loyal. It improves not only productivity but also the emotional health of the workplace. So what can we do? We can start by making fairness more visible through clear communication, consistent standards, and genuinely inclusive decision making. We all want the same thing, a university that thrives. And that only happens when everyone feels like they have a fair shot, a valued voice, and a reason to invest in the institution's success. Thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about working together to create a workplace where justice isn't just promised, but practiced. Have a good evening.